is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matt, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. He's going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
And with that, here's the Altoona defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is a pitcher that you love to play defense behind. He's got a low ERA, but a low strikeout rate. So that tells me not a lot of hard contact, but he's going to keep the defense involved. Love to play in those type of games.
Correct.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. The windup and the 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. EK, you take a look at our homestanding 9 as they enter play here this evening. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that except you hate to give away games at home. You'd like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Whitlock has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing if that man hitting 8 can stay hot. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game. So I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
Sean Stacy will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And you know what, guys? He's got the third best batting average on the club.
No strike.
And this is taken outside for ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-0 count, and the pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. With a moment now, here's the Altoona defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
First pitch coming. Here it is. John Pitts is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Well, you know, it's never too late to get a first-inning rally started. This one's going to find the gap for 2 bases, so now at least you give your cleanup guy a shot to maybe drive in that first run of the game.
Brian Ballou will stand in now as we take a look there at his splits between April and May. First pitch on its way. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1.
All of a sudden, you got to be careful now with the cleanup guy up there with a runner in scoring position. He could be in danger of giving up that first run after all.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He comes into this one as Mr. Clutch in this lineup, carrying a batting average with runners in scoring position over 350. That's pretty reliable, so he could definitely be an impact player in this game.
Jesse Pitts will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he does have a splitter. Not his primary pitch, but it is a pitch he will go to in situations where he is in trouble.
Now that we have a chance, let's get a quick look at the Akron defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what's the word?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Andy Whitlock comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Andy Whitlock.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Eric, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight here in the bottom of the first. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they got both the series and the road trip off to a good start with the win yesterday, so they'll be aiming to keep it going here.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first. Gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. His average is over 330 on the season, and it's been an impressive demonstration of hitting. He's using the whole field and showing a lot of confidence at the plate. But clearly, it's paying off.
curveball looked at here for strike one.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
And that's the spot that he's just going to have to keep wearing out going forward. If he can keep running that pitch in on the guy's hands, he's going to be fine.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Gonzalez. 2 down. And with a quick breather here, let's get a quick look at the Akron defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, one place you don't want to hit it is to the third baseman. Absolute vacuum down there. He's got great range. Some of the plays I've seen him make, absolutely ridiculous.
Gerald Rutledge is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
And he'll just watch the splitter here, 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs. B.J. Draper will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Milano on the move, and that's the 3rd out. We've played an inning, still 0-0. Brian Gonzalez will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Brian Gonzalez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field, and it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away.
Batting 6, the designated hitter.
Standing in, Miguel Santiago. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat, hitting left-handed.
Split-fingered pitches in there for strike one. Here's a splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1.
1-1.
1-1, here it comes. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Set to deal on 2-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Ken Williamson waits on deck. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball
3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Ken Williamson takes his first shot. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike one. No score here as we play inning number 2. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. Remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Justin Milano set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Here comes the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Leaning into the dugout, and he makes the catch. Oh, a great play there to record the final out. Andrew Lambeau strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
First baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's the outside corner. It's strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
And sometimes up there you just get completely fooled. I mean, I think he changed his mind about swinging at this pitch about 3 different times while it was on its way to the plate. I'm going to swing. No. I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I better try to at least foul it off. And in the end, he got nothing.
Here's Michael Choice now. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 5 driven in. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Batting 8th, right fielder.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Lance Leahy. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Stacy on the move. 2 gone. Oliver Bordick will stand in. Couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really nice games mixed in there.
Outside. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Two 2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters' counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward. But he decides to let it go.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Check swing and a pop-up now to the left side. Ballou will put this one away, and the side is retired. Adrian Vega steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters, make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Hard hit at third. Rutledge ranges to his left. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting, second baseman, Mark Kurecki.
Mark Kurecki will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, but he hit it hard, though. He put a really nice swing on it, and we'll see if he can do that same thing right here.
First delivery to him on the way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time he got the call.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Whitlock is after it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting,
striding into the box, Sean Stacy. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Nothing happening much offensively yet in this inning, but we all know they're a good team, and we'll see if they can get a 2-out rally going.
Tap fouled at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Andy Whitlock digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
3-1. This is in the air out to right field. Stacy is there. He's got it 1 away. Pedro Gonzalez did his job in his first at-bat, laying down a successful sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. And this one's too far inside, ball two.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back, and that's outside. He lost him, ball four.
Yeah, a close pitch to take on a 3-1 count, but this might have been just a little bit outside. He winds up losing him.
David Gonzalez will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and one away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
If you're a stolen base kind of guy, most of your stolen bases are on the pitcher, not the catcher. But this was a slide step that he used right here, and he still stole the base. I think you got to blame the catcher for this one.
The 0-1 pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Gerald Rutledge. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here's the first pitch to him. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike one.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. 3 innings in. John Pitts is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Whitlock looks up. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to left. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Now
into the box now, Brian Ballou. As he'll take a look at ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Got him to go after a bad one there, and it evens the count at 2-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Base is empty here with nobody out. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Ballou is retired, and there's one away.
Fielder number 3.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
In now, Brian Gonzalez sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Fastball runs off the outside. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Set to deliver on 2-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
And this is a two-seam fastball with a little bit of life to it. I mean, they'll often run east to west or vice versa depending on the pitcher's handedness. He just had no answer for this one.
Stepping in now, Miguel Santiago. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Here it comes on 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. Ken Williamson would be next. Pulled toward right center field. Choice has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they pick up a run on the solo home run as that'll give them the lead. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Rubberducks lead it 1-0. B.J. Draper is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for them, and that's another example right there.
Good curveball, strike 2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Just a touch outside, 1-2.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. At the plate, Andrew Lambeau. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, I don't think that pitch wound up where he wanted it to, but it did the trick.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
In the dirt, and now let's see. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
It looked like a two-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Williamson has it, and a good throw gets him one gone.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's Michael Choice now, as he'll take a first pitch curveball right down the middle for strike one. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Bounced weakly near the plate, but that one rolls foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Lance.
So stepping in, Lance Leahy, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. Who says first base is where they hide the guys that can't play the field? Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Ken Williamson heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, Ken Williamson.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Down the first baseline, backhanded, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder
Justin Milano is into the box for his second at bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th.
now batting, shortstop.
Striding in once again, Adrian Vega. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And that's in there, base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the third hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Mark Kurecki is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw to first ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rubberducks lead this one 1-0. Oliver Bordick comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Line drive to left. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Andy Whitlock is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And he looks at a curveball that falls in 1-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hidden, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
Hit down the third base line. Reined in. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Now batting, shortstop, Pedro Gonzalez.
Pedro Gonzalez stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. 5 innings complete. The Rubberducks lead it 1-0. Sean Stacy makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. First offering on its way. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Lucky for him, he's able to turn into this one a bit. You see it comes and gets him right in that upper arm area. Well, that'll hurt, but a lot less than if it were the elbow or the forearm.
John Pitts will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the fourth. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
Now a splitter, and he lays off a ball and a strike. Drilled on the ground to short. And that's in there for a base hit, his third hit of the game.
Well, he's homered, he's doubled, and now he adds a single to that total. He's left himself with the toughest leg of the cycle remaining, but he'll at least have a chance to pick up that fourth and final leg next time through the order.
Brian Ballou will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
Outside, 3-0 now. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
And once he got to 2-0, I think he started peeking over at that on-deck circle because it was pretty clear that he didn't want any part of this guy.
Brian Gonzalez will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Again, he sends it out of play. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Hit in the air out to left field. Whitlock has a play. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Well, from a defensive point of view, this does cost him a run on the sacrifice fly, but at least they're finally able to get an out. Plus, the other 2 runners have to hold, so the double play is still in effect if they can get a ground ball.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
And this one could have been big trouble here, but this carries out there just far enough to find the outfielder's glove. And that means that both runners, neither of whom were running on contact, are forced to head back to where they started.
Ken Williamson is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Looking to minimize the damage here. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
You know a guy throws hard when his changeup's at 89.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Still 2-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Full count, 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and a couple of men left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Rubberducks lead this one 2-0. David Gonzalez will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
No strike.
And he started to go around there, and it'll cost him, as they say. He did swing the bat. It's 2-1. Two and 2 now.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is 1 big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Third baseman
Gerald Rutledge will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. First pitch of the at-bat. And a high strike there, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. BJ Draper will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, Matt, the pitcher may have thought the runner might be on the move right there, so he slide steps to hang on to him.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the 2nd out.
Well, that's how you neutralize a leadoff walk. He settles down, gets his focus back, and delivers back-to-back strikeouts.
From the stretch, Andrew Lambo is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Hard to believe he'd let that one go. I mean, that was right on a platter for him.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Goes down to get this thing as this is lifted in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. We're through 6 full. The Rubberducks lead it 2-0. Jose Ramirez is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 36, Jose Ramirez.
Justin Milano will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Slider. Good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it, 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And another foul ball. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Now the pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Mark Kurecki.
Mark Kurecki will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he falls behind now, 2-0. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. And a great location that time on the corner, 3-2 now.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. On the ground up the middle, Gonzalez is there. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over.
7th inning stretch.
Carlos Contreras will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Carlos Contreras.
Leading off the inning, Michael Choice. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. That misses. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Now batting,
Lance Leahy comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat.
Well, it just seems like that's the way it goes when you're in a slump. Just keep hitting the ball hard, and sooner or later it's going to turn around.
No strike.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 1 out, nobody on. Hit in the air to right field. Stacy is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
the batter, number 7, second baseman, Oliver
Bordick will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Rubberducks lead this one 2-0. Sean Stacy will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch so far.
Sean Stacy.
And the pitch. On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Choice coasts under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
First baseman, number 8, John Pitts.
Coming to the plate now, John Pitts. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Reached for and popped into the air, back behind second. Bordick is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting,
Brian Ballou stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Playing 11.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Andy Whitlock digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
From the back up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. Pedro Gonzalez will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Martin Sanchez will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And he misses again, 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
And that's in there, 2-1. Hit to first. One there. On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
Standing in now, David Gonzalez started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hit hard up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Gerald Rutledge will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Brian Gonzalez will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miguel Santiago will be next. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Miguel Santiago digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
High pop-up. And the catch is made there. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting, catcher
Ken Williamson digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. Throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Justin Milano stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Now the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
He is definitely not a guy that's going to back down out there. Right after the hit by pitch, he comes right back inside with another heater. Kind of shows you what he's made of.
And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now a swing and a fly ball. Leahy sprinting after it, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. B.J. Draper will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yes, whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Chris Esquivel is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. Into the seats, 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Playing 11, 1-1.
Hit to third. To his right, Ballou. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Andrew Lambo.
Andrew Lambo will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Drilled right back up the middle. Vega ranging up the middle, and the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Well, I think if we were playing tennis, you'd call this one an unforced error. This is fairly routine out to short. I'm not sure what would have caused him to throw so wildly. But you can see the first baseman unable to keep his foot on the bag, and that's going to go down as an E6.
Michael Choice is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Not a real good effort there.
Nah, it's one thing if it's a slider running away or something like that, but that pitch right there was never going to be a strike.
Play 12.
Too high. 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Lance Leahy comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 outs here in the ninth.
You know what? Let's see what kind of fight this team has right now. You've got to get on base right here, and then they're
Gone to tie it in the ninth. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as we are all knotted up at 2.
Well, sooner or later, somebody was going to get him. That's just the first home run he's allowed out of the bullpen all season long. He's been lights out all year, but he got beat there.
Oliver Bordick will stand in now following the home run that tied the ball game. So now on the mound, it's suddenly back to square one.
Yeah, and I don't know quite how you do it, but you've got to be able to regroup and start over. The good news is, it wasn't a game winner. You're still tied. So there's still hope to get this to a 10th inning and let your guys see what they can do from here on out.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
That one's in there. 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first. Andy Whitlock has a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Pedro Gonzalez will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Swing and a liner, but foul. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Swing and a miss got him reaching. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. But disaster has already struck here in the bottom of inning number 9 as 2 runs come across, and they'll have to work a little longer to try and pull this one out on the road. Adrian Vega strides in, grounded out his last time through.
Adrian Vega.
Here's the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And now you're in the 10th inning. I don't think anybody in that visiting dugout expected that we'd still be playing, but you've got to put that bottom of the 9th behind you and get on with it. You can still win this ball game.
can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. 1-2, here it comes. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Full count now, 3-2.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Mark Pirecki struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go 0-for, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
1-0.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1.
Yeah, that's just not really good form right there. He's just kind of jabbing at that thing.
Trying to get that go-ahead run to scoring position now as he puts this one down. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Now batting,
Sean Stacy stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0-for-3 in the game so far. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
And those are two very important base runners out there. You've got to be able to get the bunt down here.
And no take on 2-0. He's still squaring, and he gets it down. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
A perfect job there of getting it down. So now that's the go-ahead run right there over at third with just 1 out.
John Pitts gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Base is loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
That's a strike.
In there for strike 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You've got to compose yourself. And that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Whitlock giving chase. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And he will come in to score. It's a sacrifice fly, and it delivers the go-ahead run as they've now taken the lead here in the late innings.
Well, there you go. That's all he's looking to do. Get one airborne here. And now that they've got the lead, they can turn their sights towards the bottom half with a chance to wrap this one up.
Keith Hessler will trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Brian Gonzalez will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
2 men are on with 2 men out. In the air, down the left field line and deep. Whitlock is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So it winds up being a run on no hits, and they leave 2 men on. David Gonzalez will come forward now, trying to at least get on base with his guys down to run here in extra innings.
Yeah, I don't think you really need to be swinging for the fences just yet. You just need to find a way to get some guys on base and get that conveyor belt rolling.
Steve Beltran will try to wrap things up here and save things in the bottom of the 10th. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Stacy is under it, and he'll flag it down easily, so a one-pitch out here to start the home half of the 10th. Into the box, Gerald Rutledge. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Now here it comes. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Ballou ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, B.J. Draper.
B.J. Draper will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Vega comes up with it. On to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over.
Well, it took them an extra inning to do it, but they'll certainly take it as they lock up a good road victory here in 10 innings.
So a good ball game is what we just watched. With runs hard to come by, it makes it much easier to find our difference maker, and this was the man, no doubt. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the